every word, every act. His assurance and his love. Why fear when I am here, he said. For every devotee, he is here, there, and everywhere. Painfully guiding every step like a dance teacher. As the bud blossomed to reveal 1,000 petals, it can only be said that the fragrance of the first few years is unique.
And in that group was one other florist whose name is Yajman Narayanappa. Now this Yajman Narayanappa, he got so enamored with Swami, he said, I want only Swami, I want nothing else in my life. I don't want anything else. He went back home, whatever little property, whatever little he had, he sold. He took that money and he said, I am going to go to Puttaparthi, I don't want anything else. And everybody began to cry. They said, don't leave us and go. He said, no, I want to go to Swami. I want only Swami. So he immediately left, took a train, landed up at Bukkapatnam, came to Puttaparthi and said, Swami, I just want to be with you. Once, when all of us were seated and Swami was interacting with us, Swami asked one of the boys, what do you want? He said, Swami, I want nothing, just Paripurna Sharanagati, Swami, that's all. Paripurna means complete, comprehensive, and Sharanagati means surrender. And then Swami looked at him and said, Paripurna Sharanagati. Easy words. Easy words. These are words which are easy to speak. What do you want? Swami, I want you. Tell me really. No, Swami, only you, nothing else. What do you mean? Swami, I want to be with you. Be close to you always. Okay, come sit near my feet. Happy? Yes, Swami. Do Path Seva. Oh, very happy, Swami. What else you want? Nothing, Swami. I just want you. Okay, do Path Seva. Half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours. Swami, hand is. But fine, I'll do. 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, stomach. Hunger calls. Now, I control my hunger. You can control the call of hunger, but there's one call that nobody can control. And when that comes, now tell me, do you want Swami or do you want the restroom? Swami, as of now, I'll just go to the restroom, then I want you again, Swami. You see, within 4 hours, you said you want Swami and nothing else. Now a restroom is more dear to you than Swami. So here, this Yajman Narayanappa lands up and Swami says, come, I'm going to Madras, you accompany me. Swami takes him along with him to Madras and then comes to Bangalore and says, no, for some days you stay at your home. So he says, no, Swami, I just want you. Only you are the ultimate. Swami says, I'm the ultimate, right? I'm telling you, you stay here for some time. Leaves him in Bangalore and goes back to Puttaparthi. Within a few weeks after that, this Yajman Narayanappa's uncle, he passes away. Suddenly. And this boy was very attached to his uncle, so he tells another uncle, you come with me, let's go to Swami. Swami can do everything. And he comes to Puttaparthi and tells, Swami, please, get back my uncle to life. Resurrect him, Swami, resurrect him. Swami said, I am no different from you. If you can't do it, then how can I do it? He began to quarrel. He had a fight with Swami. In fact, that was the last time he ever saw Swami. He left Swami and went away. Many times we confuse our emotion for devotion. Swami beautifully writes in the Ramakatha Rasavahini. Ramakatha Rasavahini is the most authentic Ramayana because Valmiki Ramayana is the way man saw another man. Valmiki writes of Rama as a man. Tulsidasa's Ramayana is the way a devotee sees the Lord. Ramakatha Rasavahini is an autobiography. In fact, when a devotee, T.G. Krishnamurti sir from Tamil Nadu pointed out to Swami saying, Swami, in Ramakatha Rasavahini you have written like this, Swami, but Valmiki, he writes. Swami said, what does he know? I am telling you, this is what happened. This is what I did. This is an autobiography. In that, Swami writes that Rama sought the friendship of Sugriva not because he wanted his help to find Sita. Hanuman was under Sugriva. And Rama was pulled to Hanuman. That is the devotee-lord connection, you know. For the sake of Hanuman, Swami made friendship with Sugriva. Because Swami says friendship is only between equals and Sugriva is in no way equal to Rama. In fact, Sugriva keeps doubting Rama again and again. He makes Rama do 3 tests. Because he feels, Rama, you are amazing, you are the Lord, I know, but can you beat my brother? Actually, he is very powerful. He is very strong. Sugriva tests Rama and then agrees. And even after that, when Rama says, now go and fight, the first time Sugriva gets thrashed by his brother Vali, one thrashing from his brother, he comes back and says, I don't know what, you can't do this much, what you can't distinguish between me and my brother, what, you let me down, and he starts criticizing Rama. And Rama comes to Sugriva and says, Sugriva, you don't worry. And he just strokes him. And the minute he strokes him, all his wounds are healed. And Sugriva realizes that this Lord has the capacity to take away all my pain in just a moment. And he says, oh Rama, you are the ultimate. And having got you, I don't want anything else. Rama says, Sugriva, shut up. This is emotion, this is not devotion. Because that is not devotion, that is emotion. And that is what many times happens. We get into emotion very often. A bhajan can take us into emotion. We get lost in emotion and we mistake that for devotion. Devotion is not only about intensity, it's also about perseverance. Intensity should be high, perseverance should be high. Then it is devotion. Only intensity high is emotion. Only perseverance without intensity is a kind of monotony, rote ritual that we do. Both should come together, intensity and perseverance. That is what even Shirdi Baba said, Shraddha and Saburi.
One of those devotees who in those 1944's early years maintained a diary. And he has made very ritualistically, he has written on all that he has witnessed. And he is this devotee, his name was Bala Pattabhi. He is a devotee originally from a town called Udumalpet, which is there in Tamil Nadu. That year in 1944, there was a plague in Udumalpet. So all the people living in that town had gone away to some other place. So his wife came to Karur, where his brother-in-law was living, and he went away to Delhi. And to just show what an influential person he was, in Delhi he was staying with Rajagopalachari, who would become the first Governor General of independent India. So in Delhi he gets a telegram, return immediately, important work, letter to follow. And what does the letter which follows say? It says that we are going to Puttaparthi, there is one Sai Baba, we want to go and see him, so you should come along. He is like all the way from Delhi, come to see a boy who claims to be God. It is only the persistence of the wife which finally makes him agree. So they come, a group of about 45 people. And the head of that group was Bala Pattabhi's brother-in-law. Right, he's the devotee. Everybody else are visitors. So he's the one devotee who has made a trip to Puttaparthi. So all through the journey he's going on telling about Swami did this, Swami did that, Swami did this in Chitravati, Swami cured this person. And they come to Penukonda, from Penukonda, they come to Bukkapatnam. And as we said about the Yadalam family helps them hire bullock carts. And finally they come to Puttaparthi. It's in the April of 1944. He says at around 11 o'clock we come. And Swami is standing there at the gates of the mandir. And when we say mandir, this is not even the Patha mandir. This is just a makeshift shed which the Karnam has put up there for Swami. So Swami is standing there. And this group of 45 people, each one with a garland in their hand, come down from the bullock cart and they have to go and garland Swami and fall at his feet. And this Bala Pattabhi, first of all, does not want to go to Swami, does not want to prostrate. But one look at Swami, he is full flat. So he is waiting for his opportunity to go and garland Swami. He's third or fourth in the line. He goes to Swami, Swami turns his head. Swami says, I don't want your garland. And he is heartbroken. Swami tells, you did not want to come and see me. I don't want your garland. So he is pushed out of the line. The line continues. Everybody garlands. Only Bala Pattabhi is not garlanded. And he says that, what has happened to me? I mean, I am a businessman. I have so much wealth. I have my own ego. He goes to a corner and starts crying. He's sobbing. Swami, you did not take my garland. Swami, you did not take my garland. And after all of them finish their garlanding, Swami walks up to him. And Swami puts an arm around him. And he says, just like how a mother would console the child which is crying, Swami puts an arm around him and Swami hugs him and pulls him near. And his mind goes blank. He's looking at Swami. He has not seen a face more beautiful than that. He's so lost. He's so struck. He doesn't even remember to garland Swami. So Swami takes the garland from him, puts it on himself, gives him Pad Namaskar. And then Swami says a very strange thing. Swami turns to this group of 45 people and Swami says, you all have come to me like a marriage party. 45 people, like a marriage party, all have come, but only 2 of you will stay back. He says, only 2 of you will have lasting devotion. Others all will just fall away. Nobody understands this. And probably everybody thought the brother-in-law, he's the leader of the group. He's the devotee. Probably he'll stay back. But Swami does not dilate anything further. So they come, they settle down, they have their bath and they have their food. The evening comes and Swami takes them to Chitravati. So Swami shows them around and it's pitch dark. There is absolutely no light anywhere. And they have torchlights in their hand, 1 or 2 of them. Suddenly Swami says, look, on that boulder there's a lizard with just 1 eye. Nobody can see anything. So immediately they flash the torchlight and they see there is a lizard and that lizard has only 1 eye. And they walk a few paces ahead and Swami says, see, there is a cobra there. And they turn and they see a huge 5-foot cobra which is standing 3 feet up. And it doesn't seem to be wanting to attack. It doesn't seem to be scared. In fact, it is swaying. And Swami looks at it and blesses it. And Swami says, well po. And it just turns and goes away. So these people are seeing all these wondrous things and they sit in the Chitravati sands, they sing bhajans and they come back to the mandir. And as they come back, Swami sends away everybody and Swami catches Balapatabi, this man whom we saw. Swami catches Balapatabi and takes him into the dark, separately. Swami holds his hand very firmly and takes him to a boulder, makes him sit, and Swami starts talking to him in Telugu. He does not understand everything that Swami says, but he makes out that every now and then Swami says, don't worry Bangaru, I will take care of you. Whatever happens, Swami is with you, I will take care of you. And he says, why is Swami telling this? I mean, I have a flourishing business. I have family property to fall back upon. I have a very beautiful wife. Of course, the only problem is I don't have progeny, but that's not such a big issue. Why is Swami telling this? But he doesn't realize. Swami goes on telling this again and again. And then Swami waves his hand and materializes a talisman in gold. And it is strung not in a gold chain, but in a twine which is smeared with fresh turmeric. And what is the other thing which we have usually made like this? It is the Mangal Sutra, right? It's a fresh turmeric thread with that golden talisman. Swami materializes something like that and ties it around his neck. And he falls at Swami's feet, he's crying. Swami says, don't worry, you have come to me, henceforth you are mine. And he says, it's almost like Swami typically performed a spiritual marriage.
After the visit of Balapatabi, another place that Swami visited was Mysore. Mysore was a fantastic place at that time. It was the capital of the kingdom of Mysore. It had a magnificent palace. In fact, this palace got burnt in 1897 or so, something like that, because it was made entirely of wood. The king then got another palace reconstructed. Swami was invited to Mysore because they said, Swami, come, we'll show you the palace. And also Swami will show you the Krishna Raja Sagar Dam. It is an engineering marvel, one of the oldest dams in India. So apparently, to see this dam and see this palace, Swami left and went to Mysore. There was one devotee, her name is Sumitramma. Now, Sumitramma was getting married and Bhagwan said that he would come for the wedding and bless her. There was one little problem here. When Swami went, along with him all the devotees went, and now so many members of the royalty of Mysore also became Swami's devotees. So they all accompanied Swami. There were many people from the royalty, from the noble houses who accompanied and went along with Swami to this wedding. It so happened that the bride was looking ordinary compared to the guests who have come to the wedding. Because the bride was a poor lady and all the guests are so bedecked with jewelry. As a spontaneous gesture of love and goodwill, all the ladies shed their jewelry and offered it to the bride. In one moment, the poor lady began to look like some goddess in a temple, so much of gold chains and jewelry and all this. And this is another beautiful thing to remember, because it is not just that the Lord is compassionate. The Lord arouses compassion in everyone. It is not just that the Lord is loving. He arouses that selfless love in everyone. And without Swami speaking a word, this happened. Everybody who attended the wedding was like a Swami for her, because it was that same selflessness that flowed through. In fact, she says, Swami was seated right in the front in the wedding ceremony, and then many guests, many people were coming. Her own grandmother, her name was Tulsamma. Tulsamma used to suffer from severe headaches, splitting headaches, which would always be there. That wedding, the minute she entered the hall, she felt strangely attracted to rush to the front. And she rushes to the front, sees Swami, goes straight and falls at his feet. Clutching the feet of Swami, she begins to weep inconsolably. An 80-year-old lady falling at the feet of an 18 or 19-year-old boy. And Swami, with all love, is gently patting her head and telling, Tulsamma, Tulsamma, Tulsamma. He consoles her. That is what people think is happening. What they don't realize is, from that day, Tulsamma never suffers from those headaches ever again in her life.
We just completed Swami's visit to Mysore. Bangalore was over, Mysore was the next. The next big city to be blessed by Swami's visit was the city of Madras. Today it's known as Chennai. It's not very clear who is the host of Swami in this city of Chennai, but it is quite obvious that after Mysore, Swami went to the city of Chennai. In Chennai, Swami did a very, very strange thing. Swami was in the city, and one day he got into the car and the people who were playing host to Swami, Swami told them, go to this particular place. They said, Swami, where? Swami said, I will tell you the directions. And Swami gave directions to one particular house, and the host of Swami drove Swami there. Swami got out of the car, walked straight into the house, as though it was a house that he always came to. Swami walked straight into the house. People in the house are wondering, who's this man? Who's walking to our house like this? And Swami walks straight into the bedroom where an old man was lying down. And Swami tells him, don't worry, Bangaru, yesterday I came in your dream and I cured you. Today I came to assure you that you will be fine and nothing is there to worry you. This person is Lokanatha Mudaliar. There's a temple in a place called Gindi. This idol of Shirdi Baba was, I think, one of the first idols of Shirdi Baba to be ever established in a temple. This was as early as 1949, even before the idol in Shirdi came. And this was installed by Swami himself, and there are beautiful stories relating to how Swami went and did Prana Pratishtha of this statue. But before that, we'll come back to Lokanath Mudaliar and see his story. This Lokanatha Mudaliar, he was a very pious man. His wife's name was Dhanamma, and he had a plot of land in Gindi where this temple came later. And this land was handed over to him by his ancestors. And it was believed that one particular saint had lived in this land, so they considered that land to be to have been sanctified by his birth. But in the recent times, what happened was, one occult practitioner, he came and set up his tent in that land. And he would do all kinds of black magic and all that. So this Lokanatha Mudaliar wanted to get rid of him. He threatened him, he requested him, nothing worked. So what he did, he went to the court, got an injunction and confronted him with that. This man could not do anything. So he got very wild. So this occult practitioner, he looked at Mudaliar and said, you're throwing me out of this land? Go. Tomorrow you'll be a madman. The Mudaliar doesn't make much of it, gets the man evacuated, comes back home, and the next morning Lokanath Mudaliar wakes up and he's a madman. And he's running around the house, he's shouting, he's tearing his clothes, he's giving all kinds of trouble to all these people. And the people in the house don't know what to do. So they take him to an asylum nearby. The doctor looks at him, he says he's clearly mad. He needs to be admitted. So the wife is heartbroken. She doesn't know what to do. So she requests the doctor that, can we take him back? We'll get him back after a day. We have not come prepared to put him in the hospital. So they take him back home. And there is ruckus in the home. He's breaking things, he's jumping. In the process of trying to restrain him, he goes and bangs against the wall or some furniture. He dislocates his knee. And finally, they manage to put him to bed. And one day, I think this happens on a Friday, the Saturday goes by like this, and they have no clue what to do. Saturday late in the night, probably about 2 in the night, suddenly Lokanath Mudaliar wakes up. And he calls for all his family members. They all come into his presence. They're wondering, what now? What is he going to do now? But when they come, they see strangely he's absolutely sane. He's absolutely fine. He's normal. And then he says, I had a very, very strange dream. I had a strange dream in which I saw a young boy who walked in. He looked like a Narsamma. He says, that's the word he says. He looked like a Missiyamma or a Narsamma. He looked very feminine, but he had a very charming face. He came in a chilly red robe, right? When you're talking about robes in the beginning, I said even before Swami adorned the red robe, Swami started giving visions of the red robe. Probably this was one of that. He saw Swami walking in a chilly red robe. He says he came in a red robe. He came and he blessed me and he said, Mudaliar, don't worry, you're fine now. I have cured you. And he was absolutely fine. He didn't know what to make of this dream. So the whole family was very happy. They all went to sleep. And the next morning was the scene which I just narrated. Swami walks in, right into his room, wakes him up, and he says, Mudaliar, last night I came, I cured you. I have just come to assure you that the dream that you saw was absolutely real. You have been cured. You don't have to worry. And this man doesn't know what to say. He wants to fall at Swami's feet. Swami says, no, you have dislocated your knee. Don't forget that. So Swami makes him lie down. The other members of the family come. Swami looks at his wife. Swami says, Dhanamma, don't worry, I have cured your husband. Swami materializes a lemon. Swami gives it to the Mudaliar. He says, put it under your pillow and sleep. Don't worry, nothing will happen. Then he instructs this family. He says, go to that plot in Gindi. You will find a spot where you will find broken pots. Dig there. You will find carcass of goats and chickens. Throw them out and just sprinkle this vibhuti there. Swami materializes vibhuti, gives it to them. Don't worry, everything will be fine. And the next day, the Mudaliar expresses to Swami the desire to come with Swami to Puttaparthi. And that's how the Mudaliar, the very next day, follows Swami. Along with Swami, returns to Puttaparthi. And as I said, this was in 1944.
There was a time when Bhagwan was speaking and he said in his discourse, there are people who are crazy behind the world. They look at all these spiritual people and think that they are mad. Then there are these spiritual people who look at all these worldly people and think they are mad. Who is actually mad? And in our hearts, we all feel we are all spiritual, we are all on Swami's side. So we feel, yes, Swami, the worldly people are mad. Swami said, both are mad. I felt, Swami, what is this, Swami? Give some encouragement to the spiritual people. Tell that the worldly people are mad, we are fine. But then, Swami continued and he said, but of all the madnesses that afflict man, God madness is the least harmful and the most beneficial. That is what happened to Lokanatha Mudaliar. From a worldly madman, he was a madman. He became a God madman. Became mad after God. And I pray to Swami that Swami, even as we listen to your lovely Leelas, even as we feel your beautiful form in our heart, let our taste for the world go away. The world is tasteless. Let us get deep desire for you. Let us get mad in love for you.